Today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Right now I'm sitting at the Olive Garden. My friends and I were about to go in and celebrate my fabulous birthday today. And we are also in the middle of bar prep. I think we have 6 weeks until we each take the bar. So hopefully I'm gonna ask my friends if they would be kind enough to give some advice, maybe some tips and tricks about how to stay in the right mindset while you're preparing for the bar. It is exactly what everyone says it is, and probably a lot worse because we're doing everything remote, but that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. Thanks. So I'm back from my birthday lunch with my friends who were all studying for the bar together, and I tried to get them to be on this video, and I asked them, I was like, hey, do you guys want to be on a video where we're talking about like bar tips and tricks and like ways to like handle the stress of dealing with the bar? And they're like, no. So I'm like, well, do you want to like tell the people something? Well, this is what I have to say. And so they told me a lot. So I'm going to like explain it all today as I talk about the bar exam. So first off, like, what is the bar exam for a lot of you who do not know? And like, I'm going over this, like, if you know it, you know it. But there are just some people who just don't understand. Bar exam is required by every state, I think, or every jurisdiction where you take an exam, and that determines whether you can be a practicing attorney in that particular jurisdiction. So it is very important for us and for a lot of people. I don't know the percentage, but a lot of people take the bar exam right after they graduate law school because a lot of us have job offers that start late fall, early like winter. And so we take the bar exam in July. And so we'll get our scores back so that we can start working as practicing attorneys, which is like exciting. But yeah, it's an exam that pretty much every licensed attorney has to take. It's only offered in, I think, like February or July, and we graduate in May. So my friends and I were all taking the bar in July. It's normally a 2-day event. Some jurisdictions, I think maybe 3 days. That just depends, but that's really it. And so some things about the bar exam as a person who is currently in the middle of taking it. It is June 12th today. So that means that we are about 6 weeks out because we take it July 26th and 27th. So that's the bar exam. And here are a couple of things, my opinions of the bar exam, and then also like what some of my friends like think about the bar exam or how they feel about it, because we are in the thick of it right now. First, let's start off with the time. So studying for the bar takes a lot of time. Like, I am working part-time, and when I mean part-time, I mean like really, really part-time. It just takes a lot of time to study, and everyone is different. So there are some people who are able to work full-time and also study for the bar and pass. Like, kudos to them. I know myself, I am not that type of person. I know that I need to make what I need to make so that I can pass. Because I'm taking the uniform bar, I need to score high enough so that I'm able to work in multiple jurisdictions, which is what I want to do. So I need to make sure I hit a certain score or like a certain percentage point. I don't know how they do it, but I need a certain score so that I'm able to practice in multiple states. So for me, there's that extra stress or pressure there with that. But some people are able to work full time and take it. Some people don't study at all, and they just like take the bar, or they just go over the materials from their first year of law school and they're able to pass the bar with that. So if you are in the middle of bar prep and some of your friends or some of your colleagues or peers are saying, oh, I'm studying 12 hours a day, or if they're saying if they're saying they're not even studying at all, like, squash that noise, like, ignore it. If you've gone through law school, you know that there is a lot of pompous people will say, oh, I've been studying like 15 hours a day, or I've been studying 26 hours a day. That's impossible. Like, people who claim to be studying like 26, 27, there's only 24 hours in a day. But you will have people who will say, I've been studying 12 hours a day. And for some people, that may be perfectly true. But for others, they may just say that just in order to make a person feel like, oh, if you're not studying 12 hours a day, you probably aren't studying enough. Don't listen to that noise. Just focus on you and focus on what you need to do, because you will have a lot of that throughout law school. And there is a lot of that is happening now with the bar. But everyone is different. I mean, there are some days where that does happen to me. Like, there are some subjects where I am just really struggling trying to understand it. And I will say this with the bar exam, of course, like, we go to law school, we have our semesters or our mini semester, but there is no way to cover all the material in constitution law. There's no way to cover all the material and real property. And when you get to the bar exam, you are tested on all of this, like everything. And so I will say that if you are able to afford a bar prep course, definitely take one. If you can't, then I completely understand, because your third year, like, finances get a little crazy, and that's a whole other video in and of itself. But studying for the bar does take time. And the people I feel like who pass the bar, I don't know, I'm still in the middle of studying for the bar, but I feel like I do spend a lot of time studying every single day. I study something for the bar. I rarely get like days off. I'm on a bar prep course, and then I also have like things I do outside. And so that's what I'll get into next, which is the actual preparation part of it. So not only do you need to have the time, but the preparation of it. So I know a lot of my friends, like, they have a bar prep course, and then they have another course, and then they have like something else. So some of these people are using 2 and 3 different like programs to ensure that they're able to have success with the bar. Because the thing is, like, the bar is hard. We don't know. And all the practicing attorneys that I speak to or with, they tell me like, oh, well, you're fine with your 1L outline. Some are like, no, you need to take a bar prep course. So it just depends on the person. So if you are stressing out about, I don't know what to do, like, just however you made it through law school, that's exactly what you'll do on the bar prep, on your bar prep. If it took you like 12 hours just to a day studying, then that's maybe what you have to do. If it took you 5 or 6, maybe you take a little longer. I don't know. I just do what you need to do so that you're able to pass where you feel like you've given the exam your all. So I don't know what that is, but make sure you give your all to the exam so you don't have any regrets, regardless of what your score is. And if that means that you have to have 3 programs to take the bar, that's perfectly fine. If you are comfortable just using your outlines from your first, your second, and your third year of law school, that's perfectly fine too. If you just need 1 course, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Just do what you need to do so that you are able to have success. The third is social interaction. So I know last week, so when they say the bar is stressful for us now, like, we are the COVID, I don't want to say generation because that's like a weird word, but like in academia, like, it started in 2020. And so that was the spring that I was in my first year of law school. And so everything went remote after that. And so my bar prep course is also remote. So here I am in my apartment, and I'm at my little desk in my like little area where I study at, and I'm just there all day by myself. And then I go to the gym, and I also am at the gym by myself. I may talk to my family and I may talk to my friends, but otherwise I'm in front of a screen looking at these videos, these lectures, doing practice exams, taking practice questions, working on essays, all by myself. And so it's like, I'll just go 3 or 4 days and just not talk to a person or not see anyone, especially if I am trying to like hone in on the skills of a particular subject. And so the social interaction is like lacking there. So if that is you, find a group, find something. So me and the girls, or the girls and I, like, we just do something once a week, and it helps out tremendously. Like, today is my birthday, so we just went to Olive Garden, and I mean, we got there at 11:30. I did not get back to my apartment till 4 o'clock. Like, we were at the Olive Garden just sitting and talking at the table, I don't know, for a good 2.5 to 3 hours, because other than that, we have very little social interaction. And I know for me personally, like a personal story, I guess like 2 weeks ago, I was at Disney. I also studied while I was at Disney. And then I took 2 days off to enjoy the rides. And when I came back, I was just like studying because I felt so behind. Hold on, I gotta get my notes. I felt so behind. And all of a sudden, like on Thursday, all of the stress and energy just accumulated in my body, like completely in my body, because other than walking at Disney, I had not really been able to work out. And it was just like, I was just so, all the anxiety was just like all over my body. Normally, I carry a lot of stress in my shoulders, like my shoulders go up, like, when I get stressed out, it makes my shoulders go up. So I'm always like, keep them down, or like stop making my shoulders go up, you know? But I was just so like stressed out. It was like all over from like head to toe. And I went to the gym earlier that day. I was like, okay, let me go lift some weights. Let me go get on the Stairmaster. Let me go run out this anxious energy, this anxiety that I have around this test. And it didn't work. And I came back to my apartment. I was studying and I was like, I don't know why I'm so anxious. Like, why am I so anxious? Like, what is happening? It was just like this anxiety was building up. And something was like, well, there's a water aerobics class later on. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go get in the pool. So I love swimming. I didn't learn how to swim till I was 27. Fun fact, I just never grew up swimming as a kid. So when I turned 27, I took swim lessons, learned how to swim. Love it. The water is like my favorite place to be. And it's very relaxing. I just love the way it feels. So I'm saying all this to say my personal story is that I went to water aerobics and there were like all these old ladies there except for one young woman. And like, it was just so sweet because I was like with all these old ladies and like this pool and we were just like talking and I didn't have to talk about law things. Like I could talk about things that did not like involve the law at all. And one of the ladies was a retired attorney and she was just like, get your stress under control now because it will only get worse. And so after I finished my water aerobics class, I came back and I felt amazing. And the interesting thing is that I did not want to go to the class because I did not want to get behind on the work that I was doing. And the funny part is that I went to the class. It was a 45-minute class. I grabbed dinner, came back, like showered, all that stuff. And then I started studying and I finished at the exact same time that I planned to study. So it wasn't like working out took more time from me. It actually gave me more time. So if you look at it that way, if you are anxious or just have anxiety and you feel like you need to release it, working out is a good way and it will add more time because the time I took away, like my brain was just like rejuvenating. And when I came back, I literally was like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And I guess it is like the law of diminishing returns. Just after a while, the brain is just like, I can't take any more. And it just slows down and your learning slows down. So ever since then, I've just been like, I need to work out. I need to work out. And so I make it a priority to at least like take an hour in the morning or an hour in the afternoon and just like find time to study in between because I am the type of person who is like, I don't know if I know enough. Like this is me at my desk. I have my note cards right here. So these are some sample ones, but this is literally me at my desk. Like, do I know enough? Do I know this? Do I know that? And I'm touching everything on my desk. Like, I don't know enough. Do I know it? Do I know, like, how do I feel about it? Do I take a break? If I take a break, will I remember it? Oh my gosh, do I know it well enough to even take a break? Oh my gosh, like what do I do? And I'm touching stuff more at my desk and putting things here. There is like everything on my desk has to be touched. And I'm just asking myself if it's okay to take a break, which is not healthy. Of course, it's okay to take a break. I know that now. And I'm telling you that. So if you are in that part where you're just like, and this doesn't even like have to be where you're taking the bar. This could be where if you are just doing normal work or if you are just doing something else that is just taking a lot of time and you feel as if like your anxiety is coming up and you're like, is it okay for me to step away from this for a while? The answer is yes. It is always okay to step away for a while. Step away as long as you need to step away. Take care of yourself. So that is my one lesson from me personally to you all is that whatever it is, if it's something where you feel like you're at that level and everyone, it has a different spot. And I think everyone may experience it differently where you are at that point of diminishing returns or diminishing gains, however it is said. Take a break, step back. You got it. So that leads to the next one. Success. I don't know why I put this on here, but this is not like necessarily like saying like success to pass, but that is one thing, but it's also like kind of goes into the second one, like with the social interaction. Success as of like keeping yourself sane throughout this whole entire process because it is crazy. It is grueling. I mean, I graduated May 8th. I literally started bar prep May 10th. Like I took one day off and I just like went right into it. And here is where one thing that my friend said. So I'll just kind of say what she said. I recorded it, but I'm just going to kind of paraphrase it a little bit. But for her, she didn't realize that like, you know, you have these bar prep courses and they tell you, you know, you need to study a certain amount of hours. And normally it's like 40 hours a week is what it adds up to. And so with the bar prep, you have, like, for me personally, I have about 4.5 hours where I'm just like following this set program. And so I do that for 4.5 hours. But then I also need to review like the previous days or areas of the law. Like right now, real property is, I'm trying to figure it out. Con law was last week. I feel like I'm okay with con law. Now it's like real property. And so it's like I'm trying to work. So take those. And then you also need to like find time to like get caught up on other subjects, because I think there's like, I don't know, 10 to 15 subjects that could possibly be tested. And so it's just, there's so much time being spent on like, okay, I need to work on essays. I need to work on an MPT, like a performance test. I need to also work on my multiple choice questions. On top of all that, I need to learn the new materials too. So there is so much that goes into it where it feels like 40 hours a week not enough. And I mean, that can vary. For some people, that may just be too many hours a week. For others, they're just like 40 hours. Like, I think I need to study more. And that's where it goes back to, that's what you need to figure out, but make sure you do it in a way where you're able to keep your sanity and have success and health and a balance. And if you don't have a group, go find a group, like find some people, like reach out to me. Like we could do like Facebook lives, or we could do chats or something where we're all just like talking about our experience with the bar and like how we feel or how much we don't like it. Cause I know a lot of people who are outside who aren't attorneys or who are not studying for the bar, just like so excited, like, oh my gosh, you're studying for the bar. What is it like? And then my friends were just like, it's not exciting to hear people complain. It's not exciting to hear people like fuss and whine about how difficult something is. And so that's why they were just like, no, we don't want to talk about it. But we will give some tips, which I'm grateful that they did. And so my second friend just amened her. So it's just like, okay, cool. And then finally, money. This is like the part where it gets a lot, because your third year, your student loan finances, like depending on how that works, like they may run low. It depends on like how you budget it. But I will say this, like wherever you work your 2L year, definitely save up a lot of your money so that during the bar study period, the summer after you graduate, you're able to just study for the bar. Because you still have to, and that was another thing that my friend mentioned, was that like, yeah, like it's a lot of money, and then we still have to have money to be able to like survive, take care of ourselves. Because I just found this out, like some states don't give their scores back until November. So you graduate in May and you probably won't start a job until November, December, or maybe January. So that's a lot of time where you will need finances to support yourself. So just keep that in mind, like structure your finances appropriately so that the summer of your third year, when you are taking the bar, you have the money, you're all set to go. Because all these things, there are so many costs to it that we are all like finding out now. But that's just how it works. And so that's really it that I have about bar prep. I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot of learning. Every day I question myself. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going or coming, but all I can do is just take like one step forward and, just do a little something every single day. Like there are days where I don't follow the program directly, but I'll go back and review. Like right now I'm spending a lot of time going over real property and con law, like just making sure I get those. And then next week I'll do contracts and evidence and crim procedure, and then torts. So it's always something to work on, which makes it cool. And so I think that's like the cool part about it, or the blessing that I see in it, or the silver lining, is that like I'm privileged to be able to be here. I was able to get through 3 years of law school. There are a lot of people who are not able to get through it for multiple reasons. And there are some who just feel like working in the law is just not for them. And that's perfectly okay. So I am blessed to be here, and I'm blessed to be fortunate to take a bar course and to be able to, have time in my schedule to study for this. Like, I know I would not be able to work a full-time job. So for those people who have to work a full-time job and are studying for the bar, like kudos and big ups to you all. Like y'all are just like superstars for that, because it is a lot of studying. So as I'm closing, I just want to say thank you all for watching. And for those of you that are taking the bar, like, Godspeed, good luck. I'm wishing you much success with it. If you need anything, just like reach out to me. I'm here for you. We are all in this together, class of 2022, and all you bar takers that are not a part of class of 2022. Like, good luck. We got it. You all rock. And I love you all. Bye.